Live from Gahanna, WGLH TV presents Lincoln Live with Robertson Andre and Fatima Moellen. Lincoln Live starts now.
Buenos días, Lincoln.
Me llamo Robertson Andre.
Y me llamo Fatima Moellen.
Hoy es 5 de mayo y estamos muy felices.
Which means today is Cinco de Mayo and we are very excited. Thank you to Ms. Laskaya for letting us borrow these sombreros and teaching me Spanish.
Now on to the news. Principal Williams will definitely be at prom and she certainly wants everybody to have a good time.
So that means she also wants you guys to be safe and have an incident-free prom.
So she stopped down to the TV studio to give you all a few prom reminders.
Here she is.
Hi Lincoln, I'm excited that our prom is just around the corner. It's a time that many of you have been eagerly anticipating, and I can assure you that it's going to be an amazing evening filled with dancing, laughter, and memories that will last a lifetime. As we gear up for this special occasion, I want to take a moment to remind you all of the importance of staying safe. Prom is a time to have fun and enjoy yourselves, but it's also a time to make responsible choices and take care of ourselves and each other. As you prepare for prom night, please keep in mind the following safety tips. Avoid drugs and alcohol. These substances can impair your judgment and put you in danger. We expect our students to act responsibly and make good choices. Travel in groups. Whether you're traveling to prom or heading to an after-prom party, make sure you travel with a group of friends. This way, you'll be less vulnerable and can look out for each other. Watch your surroundings. Keep an eye out for anything that seems suspicious or dangerous and report that to law enforcement or a chaperone immediately. Have a plan. Know how you're getting home after the prom and make sure you have a designated driver or transportation arranged in advance. Please understand that we take your safety very seriously and we want you all to have a wonderful, memorable evening. So let's work together to make sure that prom night is not only fun, but also safe. I look forward to seeing you all dressed up and ready to dance the night away.
Right now, Fatima thinks we're about to go to a different story, but instead we have a surprise for her. We all know how much pride that Lincoln High School takes in cultural diversity, and one of the most visible examples of that is Lincoln Magazine, which was founded by Fatima, and she served as its editor since its creation. It's hard to imagine a Lincoln High School without Lincoln Magazine and the impact it has made. Sophia Gustafson secretly produced this show over the past few weeks. This is for Fatima and for all those who helped create Lincoln Magazine.
Lincoln Magazine is an amazing program here at the high school. From opportunities to model, write, or take photos, there is something for everyone. But what is that one thing that makes it so special?
I think my favorite part is it leaves this impression that it is professional. It is a professional publication that I think you have to pull back and remind yourself this was produced by high school students and it's to the same level as what I would expect to see in New York City in the large metropolitan areas. It's being created right here in our own local high school. You know, it's so empowering when I watch another woman talk about being a female leader, and to the same regard, I think it's really important for our students to see others who look like them talk about their own experiences.
Lincoln Magazine was started from the ground up 2 years ago. Fatima worked tirelessly to create the program we see today.
When Fatima came up with the idea for the magazine, I immediately knew that it was a fantastic idea and that something great was going to come out of it because she has such a beautiful, creative mind, and I love the way she thinks, and I love the way she is so dedicated to making everyone feel seen and everyone feel heard. And so she said, you know, hey, I'm the editor-in-chief and I'm the one who came up with the idea, do you want to be my assistant editor? And I just love working with her. She's very organized. She always has a great plan, and she just has so many great ideas on how to catch someone's eye.
How brave was Fatima in having the vision and doing the work to see that vision all the way through? It's also incredibly important that every student hears from me that I want them to use their voice. When they're here in our school and beyond our school, their voices are wonderful and they need to be heard across our society.
Fatima saw an opportunity and took it. Starting Lincoln Magazine in the midst of COVID, Fatima took a chance, and so should all of you.
I love Lincoln Magazine because it encourages diversity.
I love Lincoln Magazine
It helps us tap into more of like our future careers. If you want to do things like modeling, it's such a good experience and a good background to have.
I love the Lincoln Magazine because it has helped me become a leader.
I love Lincoln Magazine because it makes me feel included.
I love Lincoln Magazine because it serves as a creative outlet.
I love Lincoln Magazine because it makes an impact.
First, I want to say thank you to Fatima for bringing Lincoln Magazine to Lincoln High School, her leadership and foresight, and seeing that there are so many underrepresented voices that are not being heard. She has brought those forward through Lincoln Magazine. So I think it's been a great contribution to our school culture and climate, making sure that underrepresented voices are heard, seen, valued. And so again, thank you, Fatima, and thank you, Lincoln Magazine, for your publication and all the hard work that you do.
The spring musical is premiering next
So,
week.
Fatima, how do you feel about the package?
I'm still in shock. Like, I really appreciate all you guys, and I just want to say thank you so much to Sophia. Like, I literally sit next to her in class all the time, and she kept this under wraps. I appreciate everybody, and I want to say thank you so much for making my senior year with Lincoln Magazine so nice. Thank you.
Well, now we have to get on to the real news, so
Okay.
start reading from the camera.
Okay, back to what I was saying. The spring musical is premiering next week, and tickets are on sale at locallevelevents.com. Newsies will be showing next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7:30 p.m. and Sunday at 2. Tickets are $12, and it will be a great Mother's Day gift next week. The theater department has worked so hard on this production, so you show your support before tickets sell out.
Ms. Davis's fifth period government class is wrapping up their senior year. Yesterday, they headed to the Ohio State House and Supreme Court. They met Representative Mary Lightbody, visited State Senate and House floors, learned about the architecture in the building, and even got to sit where the meetings would be held for the Ohio Supreme Court. We spoke with 2 students about the field trip and their favorite parts.
Went to the Ohio State House and the Supreme Court. In the Supreme Court, it was really cool seeing how cases are dealt with, and it's like not how you actually see on TV. It was really cool learning about all the history and culture and how the building was made. And shout out to Miss Davis for bringing us here. We love you, Miss Davis. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week.
While our Gahanna bands are filled with many instruments, there are certain bands with a smaller variety of instruments to perform a certain genre. Our jazz bands are one example, and they perform tonight. If you're interested in listening to some different kinds of jazz music and to have a fun time, here's Jazz One member Jennifer Lincoln with all the information.
Tonight is jazz night at 6:30. It's in the back parking lot by the band room. It's completely free to get in. You'll need to bring your own seating, but there will be drinks and snacks for sale. And it's just both jazz bands playing music, and it's a good time. Hope to see you there.
Thanks, Jennifer. Mrs. Lawson's class is finishing up an art project where the class simplifies the process of photography by creating their own cameras.
Boxes are made so no light can get in except through one tiny hole. The light that's let through that holds exposure the light-sensitive paper within the camera to produce a negative, which the students then have to turn into a positive.
We caught up with Quinn Smith to get his thoughts about the project.
So I feel like I really enjoyed the process, and especially simplifying the process, because when we're working with cameras, like real film cameras, we're just relying on the technology that's already built into the camera. So simplifying the process a lot more and building our own, I think really gives us another understanding of how photography and cameras in general work. And it just gives me another respect for the art of photography.
Thanks, Quinn. Hey, Fatima, there's someone else in the studio with us today.
You're right, it's mi amiga Jamie.
Hola, chicos.
¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien.
What do you have for us today?
To get started, the Blacklick Athletic Complex has been through many changes throughout the school year. At one point, the softball fields weren't ready and the soccer and lacrosse had no place to go. But now, things have changed for the better, and it has made an impact on Gahanna. Our Keegan Billingham takes the inside look on how Blacklick has progressed.
During all the construction going on here at Lincoln, it was always left in question where our sports teams would stand. Today, we're fortunate enough to have the Blacklick Athletic Complex up and running, and it's being put to good use.
Yeah, it was really important for us to get Blacklick ready to go for our spring sports, especially, baseball's always been housed out of Blacklick, but there's some things that need to be done out there with new scoreboards and things like that, and then softball, obviously, lacrosse.
Being out at Blacklick has been great for our student athletes to provide them an opportunity to have home games. During the fall, it was difficult for our soccer teams until the end of the season when we were able actually to have true home games. So being able to provide our lacrosse teams with a home facility is a great benefit to our student athletes, to our fans, to our community.
Although most of our sports teams are moved into the BAC, that doesn't mean it's completely done yet. There's still a lot of little things to get done and a lot of bigger things that have to be finished. So, when those are done, you'll see major improvements, and it will be one of the top athletic facilities in Ohio.
So that's got to get finished up. There's still construction going on around some of the fields. The field closest to Reynoldsburg, New Albany just got the sod laid down due to some issues, so we're a little behind in that aspect, but I know in due time we'll be ready to go to start hosting a lot of our fall events and things like that. And then tennis courts, so the asphalt, everything has been down.
The athletes are looking forward to finalizing their move to the BAC and are super excited to get to work at a completely finished facility.
I'm pretty excited to come back next year from injury, and the whole Blacklick Athletic Complex, new tennis courts. I'm really excited to play on them, and my team is as well, and they're going to be great.
So it's a really nice facility we're building, and you know, nothing against the courts here, but it's definitely going to be nice for like a change of scenery, play on some fresher courts. Just excited for next year.
So when everything is all said and done, we'll be fortunate enough to have one of the top facilities in all of Ohio. That's what athletes here at Gahanna Lincoln are looking forward to the most.
So, you know, when it's all said and done, we're going to have these growing pains, of course, but when it's all said and done, this is going to be a top-notch athletic facility that's going to be beneficial for our kids and all of our programs.
As long as we stay patient, the complex will be complete in due time. To all the athletes, families, and parents, it's almost done, and we can't wait. This is Keegan Billingham for Lincoln Live.
Thanks, Keegan. The next and final episode of Funny Friday is here.
In case you forgot, our Jaden Koki invites her friend Dalton to show off his awesome jokes.
Here they are.
Good morning, Lincoln. My name is Jaden Koki, and I'm joined here with my friend Dalton for the next episode of Funny Friday. Say good morning.
Good morning.
And what are your jokes that you have for us today?
Well, first joke, why does the Norway Navy have barcodes on the side of their ships?
Ships. To Sweden, something like that. I don't know.
So when they come back to port, they can scan the Navy.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. You're so funny.
Well, I got one more joke for you.
All right, perfect. Let's hear it.
Want to hear a joke about construction?
Sure.
Never mind, I'm still working on it.
You're still working on it, of course. Thank you so much, Dalton. And that is the next episode of Funny Friday. Stay tuned.
Thanks, Jaden. Well, Lincoln, we've come to our last show.
It's been a wild ride.
We shared many laughs, stories, and everlasting memories.
Thank you so much. Before we go, our Jaden Koki took to the halls to students to ask them about their dance moves for prom. Here she is.
Okay, Lincoln, we're heading to the hallways, and prom is tomorrow. So we're asking people their best dance moves. Okay, show me your dance moves for prom. Okay, hold on. Okay, good. We got that. Hold on. It's okay. I'll show you my dance moves. We're going to turn it out. We're going to have a great time at prom. Okay, Gabby Weil, show me your dance move for prom. Yes, love it. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, Jamie Curtis, show me your dance move for prom. Okay, we're here with Colton Chrysler. Show me your dance moves for prom. Yes. Perfect. That's perfect.